No doubt about it, there is something strange going on in Cleveland. I think we have a inside war that we really don't know what war is going on. Is it Andrew Berry versus Kevin Stefanski? Is it Shedeur Sanders versus Kevin Stefanski? There's a lot that's definitely going.
Something going on here that is weird, strange, and dysfunctional. Because the answers to the questions and the logic from the moment they drafted him to right now, they're all these
dropped. And of course, it had to come from the one team that can't live a single week without pure chaos, the Cleveland Browns. Insider Mary Kay just dropped a bombshell, leaking that Shedeur Sanders might finally be making his long-awaited comeback. And get this, the play-calling duties could be snatched straight out of Stefanski's hands and handed over to Tommy Rees. Can you believe that? The control-obsessed coach might finally lose the one thing he's guarded tighter than a game-winning play: his power. This twist feels almost unreal. Just yesterday, fans were roasting Stefanski for not being able to make a single smart call, and now suddenly this wild report explodes online like a locker room grenade. Let's be real, there's no chance this shakeup came from Stefanski's own aha moment. Not a chance. This reeks of the higher-ups stepping in and saying, enough is enough. It's like the Browns front office finally opened their eyes and realized the fans are sick of watching the same lifeless disaster every single week. Mary Kay hinted that if this move is legit, it's not some master strategy, it's straight-up damage control. The timing screams desperation. Fans have been boiling with frustration, critics tearing the team apart, and now the franchise is scrambling to calm the storm before it turns into a full-blown meltdown. His comeback has been written in the stars for months, and everyone saw it coming. Everyone except the stubborn folks running the show. The offense, a total mess. The chemistry, completely gone. The fans, checked out and done watching this train wreck. Bringing Shedeur back isn't a luxury anymore. It's pure survival. The Browns are sinking fast, and this might be their only shot at breathing again. But the craziest part of this leak isn't even about Shedeur's comeback. It's about Kevin Stefanski possibly losing his so-called golden privilege of calling plays to Tommy Rees. Now that's the kind of twist Cleveland fans have been screaming for. Nobody saw this one coming. Not the fans, not the media, not even the players inside that chaotic locker room. And even now, people are still questioning if the front office actually has the guts to pull it off. Stefanski's been stacking bad decisions like they're trophies on a shelf. And somehow, he's still chilling like he hasn't turned the Browns into a weekly comedy special. It's wild. The man's been protected so hard, you'd think he's got dirt on somebody upstairs. It seriously makes you wonder. Are the owners hiding something, or do they owe him a massive favor? His play calling, a straight-up disaster. His blind loyalty to Gabriel, beyond confusing. Even Stefanski himself looks lost half the time, like he's fully aware he created this mess, but just can't face the truth. The team's been dragged right to the edge, and you can feel the frustration boiling over from every corner of the locker room. If these new reports are real, this might finally be the slap of reality the Browns have been dodging for way too long. Maybe, just maybe, this is the start of something real for once. Not another fake promise or press conference performance, but actual change. But seriously, how did it take them this long to wake up? What were they waiting for? Divine intervention? Did they really have to crash and burn this hard just to realize what fans have been yelling for weeks? Shedeur's career was hanging by a single thread, and they still gambled it away just to protect a rookie who clearly wasn't ready for that spotlight. It's unbelievable. The whole thing's embarrassing, plain and simple. The fans have been yelling at the top of their lungs. Analysts have been roasting them on every show. And still, the Browns acted like everything was fine. The audacity of pretending this meltdown was just part of the process is insane. And now, people are asking the question nobody in Cleveland wants to answer. Is it already too late? At this point, the only ones still riding for Stefanski are a few desperate insiders trying to protect their own reputation, but the truth's out there now, and it's ugly. His play calling, awful. His decision-making, clueless. And as for leadership, he's not that guy anymore, not even close. It's honestly painful to watch, especially when you realize who's been taking all the hits in this circus. Shedeur Sanders. Who's gonna step up and apologize to this man for everything he's been put through? The amount of mental pressure he's faced is unbelievable. While the Browns coaching staff kept fumbling their so-called logic, Shedeur was out there grinding alone, training on his own, running drills in silence, and staying ready for the moment everyone else swore would never come. That's real discipline right there. Meanwhile, the rumor mill kept spinning wild stories about some mystery injury, and the funniest part, Stefanski couldn't even explain it right. When reporters asked, he said it was stiff. That's it, stiff. That's the level of football IQ we're dealing with here. Fans were left scratching their heads while the media tried to make sense of it. And when Shedeur and his family finally stepped up to clear the air and prove he was never even injured, Stefanski's reaction made it 10 times worse. The moment that truth hit the headlines, everything flipped. Fans went from confused to furious in seconds. Social media lit up like wildfire. Hashtags calling out the Browns, clips of Shedeur's solo workouts going viral, and reporters flooding the locker room with questions that Stefanski clearly wasn't ready to face. It felt like the entire city of Cleveland was demanding answers, and this time, no press conference excuse could save him. Players started whispering behind the scenes too. Some of them reportedly said, Shedeur been ready, they just wouldn't let him shine. You could feel the tension through every interview, every half-hearted team statement. The locker room isn't just frustrated anymore, it's divided between the ones still trying to protect the system and the ones who know the system's broken beyond repair. And the craziest part, Tommy Rees might be the one quietly piecing this all together. While Stefanski keeps fumbling in front of cameras, Rees has been earning respect, not through talk, but through action. The players see it, the media senses it, and even the higher-ups can't ignore it anymore. If Shedeur really gets the green light to return, and if Tommy takes over the play calling, this could be the start of a full-blown power shift inside the Browns organization. The kind of shift that flips the script overnight.
Here we go.
Good. Y'all start us off.
If you're here, you're here.
Okay.
I'm coming up high. Good?
Here we go.
Eyes down the field.
Set.
Good, we're reading those seams. I didn't think I was in harm's way. Standing over here. Hey, we're going to do a lot of work when we climb up, is keeping this thing on that now. These now that are going to be tackling you, it's a different world, you feel me? It's a different world. You see Myles Garrett walking around with his shirt off? We got to have that ready to roll. You know I'm mic'd up. I hope that makes it. Ball's on the right hash. Quick game. Push our timing on this. Ball's out. Good spot. Switch sides. Good timing. Hey, that's the timing we're after. Good rhythm, baby. I fucking love that. Hey, switch sides. So right away, we're not just going here. Our eyes are still here, and now we're reading that, and now we're coming back. Perfect. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
But here's the real question. Will Stefanski swallow his pride and step aside for the good of the team, or will he go down swinging, dragging everyone with him? Because right now, the clock's ticking, and Cleveland can't afford another week of chaos. If you think the drama couldn't get any messier, buckle up, because this next part is straight out of a soap opera. Reports are flying that some players have already started choosing sides behind the scenes. A few veterans are backing Tommy Rees, saying his leadership feels fresh, real, and exactly what the locker room's been starving for. Meanwhile, the Stefanski loyalists, the handful still clinging to his playbook, are trying to convince everyone that everything's under control. Yeah, sure it is. Behind closed doors, the vibe's reportedly toxic. Meetings are tense, film sessions awkward, and practices full of fake smiles and real frustration. Players are tired of being told to trust the process when that same process keeps ending in losses and excuses. It's chaos, controlled only by the hope that something finally changes before the season completely implodes. And let's not forget the fans. They're done being quiet. Stadium chants have shifted from support to sarcasm, and the boos are getting louder by the week. You can't hide behind analytics or post-game speeches when the people paying for tickets are literally shouting your job description. All signs point to one thing: a storm's brewing inside the Browns organization, and it's not just about Shedeur anymore, it's about accountability, power, and pride. And if the rumors are true that the front office is split on who to back, then we might be heading toward the kind of shakeup that defines a franchise. So the million-dollar question now is, who's walking out of this chaos with control, Stefanski or Rees? Because only one of them's about to become the future of Cleveland. He brushed it off like it didn't matter. Straight up said Shedeur wasn't his focus right now. Not his focus. Then who is Dillon Gabriel? The same rookie barely holding it together while the entire team collapses around him? That's not leadership. That's negligence dressed up as strategy. The kind of decision that makes every fan in Cleveland roll their eyes and say, here we go again. Stefanski had one of the most electric young quarterbacks in the game sitting right in front of him. Ready, hungry, and built for this moment. And what did he do? Benched him into oblivion. While the Browns spiraled, Stefanski clung to a busted system like it was his security blanket, pointing fingers at everyone but himself. It's wild, and honestly, fans are tired of it. The level of disrespect Shedeur has endured, the rumors, the shade, the silence, it's beyond outrageous. Let's be real, this entire situation has been unfair from the jump. Shedeur deserved better. From his coach, from the franchise, and from every single person who played a role in keeping him sidelined when he should have been leading that offense. But now, with all the buzz swirling that Tommy Rees could actually be taking over the play-calling duties, things are about to get spicy. If that rumor turns out to be true, Stefanski's grip on this team might finally be slipping for good, and not a single fan would shed a tear. Man, you can already feel it. Tommy Rees sounds like the breath of fresh energy the Browns have been begging for. The city's buzzing like never before because word on the street is that once Rees takes over play calling, he's putting his full trust in one man, Shedeur Sanders. That's right, the same guy Cleveland's been praying to see unleashed.
Again, they did not think they were going to find their franchise quarterback in this draft, but they wanted to draft at least one, and the first choice was Dillon, and they think Kevin had a large role in that. And he might not have had the same role in the selection of Shedeur. And just go back, I mean, he's the one who controls who gets first team snaps, second team snaps, third. Yeah, here we are in the approaching the month of November, and Shedeur Sanders still has not received snaps with the first team offense. That is the direct dominion of the head coach.
Fans are going wild online, saying this could be the moment the entire franchise turns around. If this rumor's real, it won't just shake things up. It could flip the whole script for Cleveland in the best way possible. Imagine Shedeur finally running an offense that's actually built for him. Not one that suffocates his talent, but one that amplifies it. Old clips of Rees and Shedeur working together are resurfacing all over social media, and the chemistry between them is undeniable. The timing, the rhythm, the confidence, it's all there. You can practically feel the electricity through the screen. If this partnership really comes to life, the rest of the league better start paying attention because that duo could be unstoppable. For once, the Browns might stop being the punchline and start being the problem. Shedeur's got that surgical precision, those lightning-fast reads, and the kind of calm under chaos that quarterbacks dream of. That's exactly what Cleveland's been missing for way too long. Under Tommy Rees, offenses don't just look sharper, they are sharper. More passing yards, faster tempo, cleaner drives, and real execution. The man knows how to cook, and when he's the one calling the shots with Shedeur Sanders leading the charge, the Browns could finally clean up this mess once and for all. Fewer wasted possessions, smarter play designs, and actual touchdowns instead of post-game excuses. That's what fans have been begging to see. This setup could finally be the spark that brings real hope back to the locker room, the kind of energy that flips a losing culture into a winning one.
Incongruencies and inconsistencies. Why did they take him in the 5th round? Why was he still there in the 5th round? Did he really want to come here? Would he rather have gone somewhere else? Who drafted him? Who really wanted him? Why didn't he get any reps and opportunities in training camp when he's the more talented guy and Dillon Gabriel is?
But let's get one thing straight. This isn't just another headline people can scroll past and forget. This isn't some mini drama that fades away next week. Just because a fan favorite might be stepping back into the spotlight doesn't mean the chaos disappears overnight. No way. There's too much damage to pretend it never happened. Accountability has to matter. Accountability for reckless coaching decisions, for risking a young player's future, and for letting ego run the show instead of results. Every piece of this mess traces back to one thing: pride. Stefanski's pride in his system, his stubbornness, his refusal to adapt, and now it's all catching up to him. And make no mistake, and the fans won't let him forget it. Cleveland's patience has officially run out, and the city's energy is shifting fast. People aren't just demanding a win anymore. They're demanding change. You can hear it in the chants, feel it in the comment sections, and see it on every sports headline. The Browns have hit their breaking point, and this time, the excuses just won't cut it. Reporters close to the situation say the front office has been meeting non-stop behind closed doors, trying to figure out how to calm this storm before it turns into a total revolt. But the truth is, it might already be too late. Once fans lose faith, it's over. And right now, they've made it clear. Either Shedeur plays or we're done watching this circus. Meanwhile, inside the locker room, there's talk that even some assistant coaches are quietly siding with Tommy Rees. They've seen enough of Stefanski's stubborn play calling and are ready for someone who actually listens. Someone who lets talent shine instead of burying it under bad game plans. That's the kind of shift that can change everything overnight. If the rumors are true, we could be looking at the start of a full-blown power flip in Cleveland, one that puts Tommy Rees in control and Shedeur Sanders right where he belongs. Under center, leading this team like the star he was born to be. The tension's rising, the spotlight's burning hotter by the minute, and one thing's certain: something huge is coming. Whether it's a new era or a total implosion depends on what happens next. But one way or another, Cleveland's about to feel the impact. Not this time. Stefanski doesn't get to dodge the heat anymore. He owes Cleveland a real explanation, and honestly, more than that, he owes a full-blown apology. Not just to Shedeur Sanders, but to every single fan who's been forced to watch this painful collapse week after week. People spent their money, their time, and their loyalty watching a team with talent crumble because one man couldn't drop his ego. The fans deserve answers, not excuses. At this point, it's not just football, it's personal. How can Stefanski keep clinging to a rookie quarterback just because he was his hand-picked project while completely sidelining Shedeur, the one guy who could have actually saved this team from drowning? It makes zero sense. Even Tony Grossi's latest takes don't add up anymore. They contradict everything he's been saying for months. It's like the whole system's protecting pride over performance, and everyone's finally catching on. And let's be real, if Stefanski truly had a hand in picking Dillon Gabriel, fine, own that decision. But defending him, no matter how bad it gets, that's not loyalty, that's madness. A real coach knows when to adapt, when to adjust, when to pivot, not when to dig his heels in deeper just to prove he's right. That's not strategy, that's self-sabotage dressed up as leadership. You can't keep making a point while your team keeps losing. That's not coaching, it's ego warfare. And now we're supposed to believe that Stefanski suddenly realized his mistake? Please, this isn't some emotional breakthrough or deep moment of reflection. This is straight up damage control. You can literally see the panic in his eyes every time he faces the camera. And Tony Grossi, he needs to stop embarrassing himself by spinning this into some kind of redemption story. There's nothing inspiring about a coach scrambling to fix what he broke. Let's be honest, if Stefanski really had a change of heart, why did it take this long for him to wake up? Why only after the fans exploded, the analysts shredded him on live TV, and that humiliating loss to the Patriots turned the situation into a national joke?
Okay. The realization might have hit him this week, because it certainly hit me, that Gabriel's not going to be able to take him to the finish line.
Yeah.
You know, I think Kevin felt that once Gabriel got in there, I can win with him, you know, and over time develop him to keep him in there. But I think the New England game was a terrible setback for Gabriel. And I think the realization during this bye week is we're not going to be able to get to the finish line with Dillon Gabriel.
We're supposed to pretend this is growth? Come on, this isn't self-awareness. It's self-preservation. He's not fighting for the team, he's fighting for his job. He's not enlightened, he's scared. You can see it in every post-game press conference where he stumbles through the same recycled excuses, trying to justify one bad decision after another. It's painful to watch. The man sweating under the lights, talking in circles and hoping the media buys the illusion that he's learning. Nobody's buying it anymore. And now that the backlash has hit full speed, the cracks are showing. Stefanski's unraveling, and fast. Let's call it what it is. This isn't realization, it's panic mode. He's not changing because he wants to. He's changing because he's got no choice left. Until that moment happens, Cleveland better keep its eyes wide open, because the next few moves coming out of that locker room are about to expose everything. The next few days in this city are going to be pure, unpredictable chaos. Every insider's pacing, every fan's glued to their phone, and every player in that locker room can feel it. Something massive is shifting behind the scenes. If the rumors are real and Tommy Rees actually steps in to take over, it's going to flip the entire organization overnight. Picture it, a fresh play caller who actually listens, a quarterback who's been waiting to silence every critic, and a fan base that's starving for a reason to believe again. You can already sense the electricity crackling through Cleveland, but don't get it twisted. This move isn't just about football, it's about pride, politics, and payback. The front office knows the damage Stefanski caused, and now they're desperate to clean up the mess before it completely consumes the franchise. And the only way to make that happen? Giving the people what they've been shouting for all season. Shedeur Sanders, unleashed, unfiltered, and under center where he belongs. The energy in this city is building by the hour. You can feel it in every podcast, every live stream, every comment section lighting up with hype. Cleveland's not just ready for a comeback, they're ready for a revolution. Still, let's be real, the pressure on Shedeur right now is absolutely insane. The Browns don't just need a win, they need a statement. Something bold, something explosive, something that shuts down every critic and makes the league remember that Cleveland isn't dead yet. The entire football world is watching, waiting for that one spark that could flip this season on its head. And if Tommy Rees...
To my understanding, he regretted that because he, for a moment, lost sight of the fact that any utterance of Shedeur becomes a big story. Yeah. He lost sight of that in answering that question. He didn't think it was a big deal saying, well, no, he's not getting for, you know,
it was a massive deal.
Yeah. So, and I heard that given a second chance, he would have answered that question differently. Okay. So I think he's still coming to grips with the sensitivity over the Shedeur Sanders issue, but from everybody else. He
actually gets the call sheet and Shedeur Sanders finally gets the ball. This might just be that miracle moment fans have been begging for. But if the front office hesitates again, if they fumble this one more time, it's over. The fans won't just be angry, they'll be done. And once that happens, no excuse, no press conference, no apology will save a single job. Because right now, Cleveland's not just fighting for wins, they're fighting for respect. The whole league's been clowning them for weeks. Every bad play turning into a viral meme, every loss turning into late-night talk show material. But imagine this, Shedeur Sanders finally unleashed with Tommy Rees calling plays that actually make sense. That could be the redemption arc nobody saw coming. The Browns could finally flip the script, silencing the noise and reminding everyone that they're still a threat when they stop tripping over their own egos. The energy in Cleveland is wild right now. Tense, electric, but packed with hope. Everyone knows this isn't just another lineup tweak. This is a power shift. If Rees brings that high-tempo, no-fear play style and lets Shedeur take full control of the field, the Browns' offense could finally come alive again. Sharper, faster, and deadlier than ever. Big throws, smart drives, energy buzzing all over the sidelines. The crowd's roaring like the city's been holding its breath for years just waiting for this moment. And the craziest part? Shedeur's comeback isn't even about proving Stefanski wrong anymore. It's about proving himself right. He's put in the work, stayed quiet through all the noise, took every hit, and never folded. This right here, this is his time to take back his name, his team, and his story. The whole football world's watching now, and one great game could rewrite everything we thought we knew about this season. It's not just another matchup, it's a turning point. The kind of moment that changes careers, flips legacies, and silences every single critic who ever doubted him. Yeah, Cleveland's been the punchline for a while, no doubt about that. But that's about to change, fast. Because when Shedeur steps on that field and Tommy Rees starts dialing up plays that actually make sense, the whole narrative flips in an instant. Suddenly, the Browns aren't a joke. They're the story everyone's talking about. And when that first touchdown hits, you can bet the entire city's gonna lose its mind. The fans, the players, the media, everyone's gonna feel that spark like lightning through the stadium. So buckle up, Cleveland. This might just be the comeback you've been waiting for. And if you're ready to see history in the making, smash that like button, subscribe to stay locked in, share this with your fellow fans, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Because this story is far from over. And trust me, you do not wanna miss what happens next.